Alright, so let's just start sticking these zombies in here. So let's go with this chick first. And let's see where I want to stick her. I want to control T and zoom that down. And poly light bar right there. All these poly are not going to be permanent positions right now, but let's just see. And we're not going to use you because you're lying down. We'll use the bloody chick. That looks like Carrie. And let's see here. Zoom her down. Probably about right there somewhere. And this cool looking dude. Let's bring him about right there. He's coming after me like, hey, yeah, I'm hungry. Ah. All right. Little does he know, I'm gonna chop his hands off if he even tries me. All right, yeah. That's my acting voice. If you didn't know, okay. All right, yeah. So let's bring him in about right there. All right, and this looking dude who looks like I don't know. Let's go ahead and let me switch back brushes. Let's go to my retouch brush and whoops, remove this. What movie am I thinking about when I look at this dude? I think it's The Crow. Bruce Lee's son played The Crow, I think. This dude here. Alright, let's bring him in there. Alright. Erase that. Alright, who do we have left? We have these funny looking dudes. I think I wanted these dudes to be in the foreground, especially this guy. Yes, matter of fact, let me go ahead and erase this. Just draw a rectangle around it and hit delete. And Control D, let me bring that over and get rid of this arm. Boom. And let me resize this dude. Cause I just wanted like an arm to be right in the front. Like coming right at me. Let me zoom this in a little more. Like right there. And I'm gonna put this layer above me. Like he's coming at me. Let's see how that works out. Maybe if I rotate him on the other side. That looks pretty creepy. Alright. I just want his hand in my face. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. Okay. And let me try back on the other side. I think that'd be cool for right now. Alright. We always go back and fix that, but I think I'm gonna use that for right now. And I'm gonna minimize this too, just in case I don't want to use one of the other dudes. And let me bring this guy in. And I want this guy to be the main attraction. So we're gonna cut him out, Control X, Control V to paste them back. And let's get rid of these other guys on layer 4. And we're just gonna bring him in like this. And bring him up some more. Like, hey, I'm coming to eat you. While this other guy, maybe let's just leave his hand in. How about that? And rotate it. Since we see this guy coming, we already know what they're about. They're about the business. Bring him in. Ah, scratch your chest. Rah, rah. You got an itchy chest. Alright, so yeah, about right there, I think. And we have this other chick. Let's bring her in. And I'm going to drop her back here somewhere. under my layer. Alright. And this dude's laying down, we're not going to use him. And this looking chick right here, who is leaning to the side. Once I had too much yerble. And we'll resize her. Alright. So we got all our players in play. Now comes the fun part, placing everything and color correcting everything, make sure all the colors match up and making it look as realistic as possible, because we want everything to blend. We want everything to blend pretty much. Yeah, that's the point of a composite, right? Alright, so let's see, these two dudes I already know. Alright, cool, but let's go ahead and this dude is what I'm kind of concerned about. I don't know, I want to place him at. I want him right here. Or maybe if I resize myself. Let's see what this happens. Let me see what happens if I bring myself up a little more. I kind of don't like that. Kind of like, or if I bring myself down a little more. I kind of like that. And maybe bring this dude. Let's rotate this dude. My whole thing about this dude is arm placement, really, to be honest. First thing I want to do is, let's go ahead and hit Control G, and let's call this color correction. Alright. Take him out of that group. Alright, so what I want to do is, first I want to create a blank layer and hit Alt backspace, fill that with black and turn that to color. That way I can kind of, when working in black and white, I find it really helpful, because if you print anything in black and white that looks good, I mean, it'll look great in color, but if it looks good in black and white, it'll look good in color. So this really helps me out when it comes to matching tones, highlights and shadows. Okay, what is this line I'm seeing right here? Is this from this chick? Or this dude? It's from the dude. Alright, so let's go ahead and erase that. Alright. So, that's my black and white layer. And that BW, black white. Next I want to add a threshold layer. That way I can match highlights also and shadows. Make sure everything is matching up. And I want to create a hue and saturation layer so I can match saturation and colors. So usually what I do is add a blank layer and fill it with red, around 255 RGB. Alright, and I'm gonna duplicate that layer. I'm gonna name one hue, and I'm gonna name the other one saturation, and right above that I'm gonna add a hue saturation layer. Alright, so I got my color correction folder so I can start matching colors. Hue, I'm gonna add hue. Saturation, I'm going to add color, luminosity, I'm sorry. Alright, the first thing I want to work on is this dude right here. Alright, get him blending in with the background. What I'm about to do now is match everything to this background in this prison. The prison bit is pretty good. Well, let's start from the back. Let's just go all the way to the back. Let's go to the prison first. Alright, whoops, prison. And this dude needs to go. Looks pretty matched up. The trees are a little greener than I want. So let's open our color correction layer, and if you click on saturation, you can see the different colors in the saturation. That's what the red layer is for, to highlight those. And the hue saturation is to actually increase that. So let's click on that and let's raise the saturation to about maybe 50, 55, and you can see the saturation in the colors and the yellows and the greens down here at the bottom. So what I want to do is bring it down to about 69, and get rid of some of these yellows which are standing out more than normal. We kind of want to match these trees to the clouds because I want everything to be matched colored according to this clouds, because that's with the the color scheme I want to go with, especially with The Walking Dead, everything being that type of color scheme. That's what I'm gonna roll with. So let's crank this back up, and right above prison I want to create a hue saturation layer, and I want to clip that to it, and I want to pull up yellow, just like yellow, and I want to bring those down. You see how it dropped? So if you go to this right here, you can tell the difference already. Alright, and I think I want to bring out some of the saturation in it also. There we go. And this prison wall looks like it has some red in it. Let's go there and probably drop the saturation just a little, and the darkness just a little. Light. There we go. That's a little better what I want. So you can see before and after, kind of matches up. But I might want to keep just a little yellow in it. Probably just a little saturation about right there. I think that's cool. Alright, prison's done. So let's go to myself, and let's go to hue saturation. We want to clip that. Alright, you can also see the hues also in the tones. Let's see, I think I'm gonna create a levels layer and clip that to myself also, right below the hue saturation. And I think I'm gonna bring that up a little bit, brighten that up a little, bring that in some. There we go. Alright, and go back to saturation. You can see where it's really hot around my face right here, and around my chest, my fingers, my hat. Alright, so I want to get a hue saturation and bring those down. So take off the hue, just keep saturation. You can see right there all the yellows in my hat. It's really hot, so we just want to drop the tone down. Keep the yellow, bring that down a little bit, and go to red, bring that down. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Alright, it's a lot better. It's blending more with the background. And let's drop a little bit of saturation out of that. There we go. And with the yellow, just a little bit also. Alright, and let's go to the greens and drop that down just a little bit. Alright, and a little bit of desaturation. And go back up to the yellows. Now go back to the reds and drop that down just a little more. Right there. Alright. It's way better. It looks like it's actually in that environment. Alright. Same thing with levels. It's a little darker, but I kind of want to bring that up a little more to blend, because if the sun is casting that light, which I did a great job on the shooting with the rim lights, which will also help you out when you're doing composites, because you'll know exactly what you want when it comes to adding backgrounds, because you want to know where the light is coming from. Because I could have easily had my body facing this way, which as you see the clouds is more dark on this side, so it would have been more realistic if I was facing this way. It's more light on this side of the cloud, as you can see. So why would this light, if I'm facing this way right now, okay, and this side of the light, this side of my face is darker compared to this, wouldn't it make more sense if this side of the face was facing this side and this side of the face was facing that side? You feel me? It just makes it look more realistic. This side right of the face fits this side of the clouds compared to that right there. So it helps sell the effect more. Even with the side of my jacket, you know, it's more light popping out from this side. So let's go on to the zombie dudes. All right, first dude, and he is super red. So we're gonna go to hue saturation. We're gonna clip it, and what I'm gonna do is go to red, and we're gonna drop this down some, and we're gonna go to yellows, which I really don't see that many of, but let's see what I'm gonna do. I might want to change the color in this a little bit. Let's go back to red, and let's see if we can adjust this right there. Let's see what that looks like. Looks a little better. Bring it up a little more. A little better job blending, and let's see if we raise that up a little, drop that down. Alright, that looks cool. And see what other colors we have in here. We have the yellow, and it might be some magenta because there's a lot of red. Let me see. Yeah, it was a lot of magenta in it. So let's raise that up a little, about right there. Oh, that looks great. Yeah, and let's drop that down some and raise that up a little. It looks way better. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this on the same zombie, so I'm gonna just hold down Alt and raise this up and clip this to this one also. Open and drop this right there. Alright. Since I got my zombies colored the way I want for right now, I guess, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right click and turn them into smart objects. And I like to do this before I do any type of add any filters to it, because you can always go back and make adjustments to it compared to me just adding a filter on it and you can't go back and make any adjustments. Prime example, let me go back to Control Z. This dude, if I go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I blur this dude out, alright? Alright. Now if I go make 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more steps, you know, just doing random things, I can't go back and unblur him unless I go back and do everything I want. Undo everything. But if I turn this into a smart object, there we go, smart object, then I go to Gaussian blur. Whoa, where'd the dude go? Come back, dude. Where'd you go? There we go. Alright, so turn him into a smart object. Go back to blur. And let's blur him about, let's see if he's coming at me. About right there. Yeah, I kind of like that. Boom. Alright, as you can see, it creates a smart object, a smart filter for that object. So you can always turn this off and on. You can always double click on this to bring back up your blur to make adjustments if you don't, like it the way it, you set it. It's all about working smarter and not harder. So make life easy. You can also click on this and you can also get a brush and let's say drop the flow and make sure it's on black, and you can, wow, look at that. You can wipe off the parts you don't want to be blurred. Alright, and vice versa. You can Control I to invert that, and then click on white and go back and blur in the objects you want to be blurred. So it makes life easier. Alright. And let's go blur this dude. Let's just go back to the same function, and 14 is cool, I guess. Like I said, we can always go back and make adjustments. And I want those blurry because they're coming at me and they're in the foreground. So there we go, right there, coming at me. I might want him blurred a little more. Let's just raise this up. Not that much. because he is in the foreground the most, so I don't want to lose too much detail in his hands. I think that's cool. Whatever. Let me see. Let's just rotate this guy and see what it looks like. Alright, that's cool. And let me go back to me. And I think I'm gonna bring myself over this way a little bit. And this other guy, maybe bring him over. And let's rotate him a little bit. Alright, kind of losing sight. Well, let's group these two. Control G. Well, there we go. Control Z. And zombies. And let me see. I'm starting to lose sight of my prison. Let me bring this over a little bit. There we go. This dude on the left is really giving me second thoughts. And let me see how he looks shorter. About right there. So the only reason I don't like that because it throws things way off perspective. Let me see if I turn it this way. No, I think I'm gonna just leave it like that. I don't want to overthink anything. That's what I want right there. Hand over there, he's coming at me. And I can still see the fence of the prison. Maybe I could bring the prison over just a little bit more to the right. About right there. Alright, that's cool. And let me grab myself. About right there. Alright, I think that's cool. Let me just increase the size just a little bit and drop it down about right there. I think that's cool. Alright, so let's go back to the zombies. Zombie number 1. Can't see them anymore, so let's bring them over this way. Let's bring her right there. Drop her down a little bit. She's not that tall. Alright. And let's go to control. Hue saturation. Let's clip this. Let's cut on our color correction. And she looks pretty funky. Hue saturation. Yeah, she's pretty out there, huh? So let's go to red. And I'm gonna drop that down. Well, there we go. Let's go there. Got blues. Saturate that and cyan. Let's go to magenta. Drop that down. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Got a lot of orange in her hair. Yellows. Drop that down a little bit. I'm not seeing too much change though. Well, let me see. Where is she at? Alright. I think that's cool. What I'm gonna do is turn her into a smart object also. And we're gonna blur her also because I want, just like I said, I want myself to main one in focus, but I want her that blurred. Let's go to about 4.3, 4.6. That looks pretty cool. Alright, got zombie 1. Let's move her over about right there. Alright, and just resize her just a little bit because we have a lot of guys coming in. I want to make room for everybody. And zombie number 2, this chick. A lot of red everywhere. Let's just put her right behind myself. And then let's just alt and drag this up and copy it to her. But she has more red. I don't need the color adjustment to see that. Let's just drop that down. There we go. You see how that blood goes from that to dark. And alright, drop that down a little more. And we'll turn her into a smart object. And use the same blur option. Boom. Next zombie. This dude. Whoops. Let me move her. Let's move this dude over to. Let's see. About right there. Raise it up a little. And he has a lot of green because he was shot on the green screen, so let's take care of that. And control clip that. Let's go to the green, and we're gonna just drop all that out. And drop it down some more. Get rid of that. And let's go to the yellows and give them more dead look. There we go. Drop the color down some. Red. There we go. Give them more dead look. Alright. It looks like we have some funky stuff going on. Let's go ahead and erase that. Look, let's increase that. And let's get rid of some unwanted stuff that wasn't caught. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna smart object this dude. And we're gonna blur him. There we go. Alright. Getting somewhere. And let's move this chick over just a little bit. And she needs to be in front of this chick. Right there. Alright. And bring this dude over just a little bit right there. Alright, next zombie. We have this guy. Let's see if he looks good over here. Let's shrink him in and bring him about right there. That's horizontal. And then we got this free space over here. Let's use it right. Alright, let's go ahead and smart object him right quick and blur him just to get a good look to see what we got. Alright. Maybe he can be right there. Alright, there. And let's flip him. Alright, that's cool. I like that. And let's go ahead and make some color adjustments to him. Let's drop some of this red. Alright, some of this yellow. Drop that down. Alright, he looks good to go. Alright, and next zombie, this chick. How about she can be over here? Let's see. Somebody's getting over here. I don't know who it is, but she might be the winner. Smart object her. Blur. Yeah, she looks good over there by herself. The zombie who couldn't keep up. That's what we'll call her. The lagger. Drop the color down in her. Get rid of some of those blues. Cyan. Drop that out. And some yellow. Drop that down. There we go. We got a zombie over there in the corner. And who else we got? This chick. She might be the last zombie. And let's flip her. She looks horrible. Oh, let's see. Stretch her up a little bit. And we're going to smart object her. And we're going to blur her a little more. She looks hideous. Alright. And let's create a hue saturation, clip that. Once again, let's go down to our yellows and our reds. We'll just drop the color down. There we go. What am I gonna do? I think I like this chick right here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back to her. I think that's her right there. Yeah. And we're gonna just drop her down and duplicate her and bring her over here as a fill. And we're gonna rotate her horizontally and bring her up about right there. And we're gonna fill her in back here also. And we're just gonna raise her up a little bit so we don't see her face. Maybe over here. Yeah, there we go. And this last chick, I think we're going to use as a fill too. So let's drop her and bring her back here. But what we're going to do is drop her all the way down behind the green dude back here. And you might have to go down one more. One more. Wow. Two more, right? There we go. And we're gonna shrink that. And we got a zombie back there. Now we got some fill-ins. Alright. Awesome. We got our zombies in place. We got a zombie up here. And what I think I'm gonna do, because it's still annoying me. Well, first of all, let me group all these zombies. Control G. Zombies. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go to this dude, and we're gonna go to